Hello everyone. Today let's talk about internal working of Java, like basically how Java works. Today we will be covering C++ versus Java, exploring Hello World program, our first Hello World program, internals of Java, like what happens at compile time and runtime, JDK, JRE and JVM, and multiple classes in Java. Now, C++ versus Java. There are many differences and similarities between the C++ programming language and Java. Like C++ is platform independent because C++ uses compiler only. C++ is compiled and run using the compiler which converts the source code into machine code. So, C++ is platform dependent. While Java is platform independent because Java uses both compiler and interpreter. Java source code is converted into bytecode at compilation time. The interpreter executes this bytecode at runtime and produces Java output. Java is interpreted, that is why it is platform independent. C++ is mainly used for system programming, while Java is mainly used for application programming. It is widely used in Windows based, web based, enterprise, and mobile applications. C++ was designed for systems and applications programming, while Java was designed and created as an interpreter for printing systems but later extended as a support network computing. It was designed to be easy to use and accessible to a broader audience. C++ supports multiple inheritance, while Java doesn't support multiple inheritance through class. It can be achieved using interfaces in Java. C++ supports pointers. You can write a pointer program in C++. Pointers are the variables that are used to access the memory address of another variables in the program. In Java, Java supports pointers internally. Like you can write the pointer program in Java. Okay, which means Java has restricted pointer support in Java. C++ uses compiler only, we all know, because of which it is platform dependent. Java uses compiler and interpreter both. C++ is used for system programming, Java is used for application programming. C++ supports pointers and multiple inheritance. Java supports pointer internally and doesn't support the concept of multiple inheritance. Now, C++ doesn't have built-in support for threads. Like, wise in Java has a built-in support for thread, like multi-threading. Now, these are the syntax for Hello World program in C++ and Java. In C++, we need to include IO stream, and then we will be making a main method with a cout and return in its body, and this cout will be printing the Hello World message. uh, in Java, we need to declare this class named simple, and then we will be declaring the main method with return type as void and string array argument, and system.print ln to print hello Java message. Now in C++, we can see that we haven't used any class keyword to declare the class, so we mm, which clearly indicates that C++ is not completely an oops language. While in Java, we noted that we need to make the class every time we write a Java program, which clearly indicates that Java is completely based on oops concept. Now, let's talk about the parameters like class, public static void main, array of string argument, and system.out print ln. Okay, so is Hello World program really that simple? No, it is a bit complicated, but it is simple. Now, class keyword. Class keyword is used to declare a class in Java. A class is a blueprint, a prototype, a group of objects. Okay, and these objects of the same class shares a specific behavior. Public keyword. Public keyword is an access modifier that represents visibility and accessibility of that method or object. It is here public means it is visible to all. Static keyword. Static keyword. If we declare any method as static, It is known as static method. The core advantage of static method is that there is no need to create an object to invoke the static method, which means it saves memory. Void is the return type of method. It means it doesn't return any value. Like if we are declaring any method with return type as void, then we won't be getting anything from that method. Main represents the starting point of the program. Okay, if we are declaring a method as main method, then compiler will know that this method is the starting point of the program. String array of arguments, ARGS. It is the command line argument. The Java command line argument is an argument which is passed at the time of running the Java program. The arguments passed from the console can be received in Java program and it can be used as an input. So, it provides a convenient way to check the behavior of program for the different values. System.out.println. It is used to print the message statement which is passed in these parentheses. Now, the different ways of declaring the main method. Like in the first one, we wrote public static void main string square bracket space argument, and in second one, we can observe that the space is after the string keyword and is before the square brackets. In third method, we can say that square brackets are used at last, like after the arguments variable. In fourth method, we are using three dots instead of square bracket. In fifth method, we have switched the position of public and static. So it is now static public void main. And in fifth method, in the last method, we have introduced a new keyword final in the method declaration. Now, in previous session, we have created Java Hello World program, our first Hello World program, and learned how to compile and run a Java program using Java C and Java commands on the command prompt. In this section, we are going to learn what happens while we compile and run the Java program. Like what happens at compile time. At compile time, the Java file is compiled by Java compiler. Here, we need to note that Java compiler does not interact with OS. And this Java code is converted into bytecode using this compiler. Here, we can see that Java code, which is saved as simple.java, is compiled using the compiler to bytecode which named as simple.class. Here we need to see that this simple in simple.class stands for class name in Java code. Now what happens at runtime? During in runtime, the Java class file is loaded to the JVM using class loader, and then bytecode verifier verifies it for the violation of access rights to objects. Then interpreter executes the bytecode statements instructions and then displays the output on the hardware. So now class loader, it is the subsystem of Java that is used to load class files. Bytecode verifier checks the code fragments for illegal code that can violate access rights to the object. Interpreter read bytecode stream that executes these instructions. Now, can you save a Java source file by another name in the class name? Then the class name? Yeah, you can save a Java source file by another name than the class name. If the class is not declared public, like we are not using access modifier public while declaring the class. In this example, we can see that a class is declared with name simple and it is not declared public. Like we are not writing public class simple. So we are declaring a class simple, which is not public, and we saved the Java source file as hard.java. And on compilation, we are converting the hard.java to bytecode. And this bytecode will be saved as simple.java. Here we can see that this simple was the class name. So bytecode will be saved as class name.class. Okay. Now, can you have multiple classes in a Java source file? Yes, we can have multiple classes in a Java source file. Suppose we have a Java source code named as d.java with three classes, class A, class B, and class C. On compilation of using the compiler, we will be taking three bytecodes: A dot class, B dot class, and C dot class for three classes respectively. I'll be showing you this by an example. Okay, this is our hello world program. Let's copy this code two times more. We will be renaming hello world as hello world 2 and hello world 3. We will be printing hello world 1, hello world 2, and hello world 3 to make the difference. Now, let's open the CMD uh, CD desktop since this file is saved on desktop. Okay, now we will be compiling this Java file using javac multi.java. I guess, oh yeah, right. It should be hello 3, hello world 3. Yeah. Save the file. Then we need to compile this again. Java multi.c. Yeah, the file is compiled. Now we will be after the compilation. Yeah, I told you that we will be having three bytecodes for three classes. Okay, we can see that we are having hello world hello world dot class, the bytecode for our class file for the first class hello world. Hello world 2 dot class bytecode a class file for the second class hello world 2, and the third bytecode a class file for the class hello world 3 from our Java source code. Now we want to execute this third class hello world 3, so we will be writing Java hello world 3. Yeah. Now the message hello world 3 is being displayed, which means that the hello world 3 class is executed. Now if we want to execute hello world, our first class, then we will be writing Java hello world.